So in today's video, we're going to discuss the Stella McCartney and H&M collaboration. This is their second collaboration. The first collaboration happened 20 years ago, so I'm assuming this is some sort of anniversary to give us all nostalgia about their collaboration. I've gone through their website and picked up a few items that I believe deserves our attention. So the first item that caught my eye is the horse print design. So I believe this is an airbrushed painting or print, don't know the right word to use. So I love this. I picked it up myself. I was a bit confused about the sizing because I wanted it oversized, and I'm aware that sometimes websites will say that hoodie is oversized, but it tends not to be an oversized item. So I picked up in large, and I also picked up in extra large because I want that oversized look. I do not like hoodies that are quite fitted or regular fits. I also picked up the t-shirt only because I thought to myself, if I don't like the hoodie, at least I can keep the t-shirt. I will say that the price is quite reasonable. For the hoodie is £54.99. For the t-shirt as well, I think it's a reasonable price to expect for a t-shirt, which is around the £32 bracket. This print reminds me of Balenciaga because I think Balenciaga has done similar prints as well, maybe not with the horse. The horse prints are printed on 3 items, so the hoodie, the t-shirt, and also a scarf. Now don't get me wrong, I think the scarf is nice, it's beautiful, it is silk, but I do think it's very expensive. £74.99. I can't justify getting it. I don't think it's also that wearable as well, so I wouldn't purchase the scarf, but I do like it. I think all 3 collections to do with the horse is really nice. And one thing I do like about this collaboration is that you can tell that it's pieces from her website. She does have pieces on her website which focuses on horses. I don't know, maybe she likes horses, but I really like the jumper on her website. So it's a red jumper which has a horse in the middle. I think it looks really nice, and I also believe it's airbrushed as well. I wish they did something similar to that, but hey, we'll take what we're given. The other pieces that drew my attention on their website or part of the collaboration is the jewelry. I love the whole jewelry collection. I love the necklace, the bracelet, and also the earrings. Now I am contemplating on getting the earrings, but I'm a bit iffy about it. I think the price for the jewelry is okay. I don't think Stella McCartney is known for making any form of jewelry, so I do think this is probably something to do with H&M. It does kind of try to incorporate her iconic chains that she uses for her bags. I love the fact that it's two-tone, which is still in fashion, so that's good. And I do like how rich both the gold and silver are. I believe that complements my skin tone. I'm just speaking for myself, but I still believe that double tone jewelry are still in fashion, so it is really nice. And I'm thinking about getting it, but I want to see it face to face. It also looks very heavy. One thing I'll say about H&M is that when they do collaborations or they do their limited edition stuff, and when they make jewelry, it tends to be really good quality. So I have no doubt that this is something that is made well. I will also say that the jewelry also reminds me of Celine. So in the 2010s era, the Celine jewelry was extremely popular. It was the big choker necklaces, which we're also seeing in this collection. I loved it at that time. I think the only thing that's missing here is the fact that the Celine necklace had a bar, but there's no bar here. I might pick it up. I don't know if I can get my hands on it, fine. I will try and go to the Regent Street store to see if I can see it face to face. So let's move on to the third item that I noticed on their website, which I really like. So it's the barrel leg trousers. Now I really love this color. I was thinking about getting it, but then I thought I do have similar pieces. I don't think it's necessary, and I'm trying to really shop smart. I'm trying not to buy stuff that I don't need. This is again part of her signature look. If you look on her website to look at her wearable pieces, she focuses on suits, and I think they incorporated it in this collection and did it so well. So this form of trousers comes in 3 colors, so the grey, sand, and also some form of embellished design on the trousers, which again I really like as well. I love the fact that you can put a belt in the hook at the front as well. I think that looks really nice and very stylish, and of course paired with the blazer itself will just complete the whole look. And we all know that the suit look is still in, the tailor look is very well in fashion, so this fits in with the whole collection quite well. I also noticed this snake print dress, which I kind of like. I don't know how I feel about it. I just believe it's very wearable. She has a similar version on her website. Now I like the one on the website. That's 1,000 something, so I'm not gonna get it obviously. I do wish that they use a similar print. I do prefer the print on their website. She did incorporate a lot of the snake prints in this H&M collaboration. So they also have a snake print bag and also shoes. I'm not a fan of both items. It's only the dress that I think looks nice. Okay, so another item or items that caught my eye is the oversized embellished suit. On their website, it looks really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the website does it no justice whatsoever. I actually saw in a few influencers. I saw on one of the Youth Sisters, and I thought OMG. I really like this. It's really nice. At the back is very casual, and at the front is very like the parties over here. Kind of reminds me of something Michael Jackson would wear. I watched the movie recently, so it still plays on my mind, but it is very loud at the front, and it looks really well put together. I actually really like this. Now, I don't know how wearable this is. I don't know if this is a timeless piece. I do think this is something for special occasions. She has something similar like this on her website, and I think it's amazing that she's incorporated it into this collaboration, which is a more affordable version for people that want it as well. I was thinking though, I wonder if this is a type of outfit that looks good on the tall girls rather than the regular size girls or even a short girl. I don't think this will look very well on someone that's shorter. I think it definitely complements the tall girls. This is something definitely made to be dressed up with heels. You let the whole outfit do the talking for you. There's not really much you can do with it. I saw the lace trim t-shirt dress. I was kind of on the fence about this. On one hand, I really like this because it's so on brand with what's in fashion right now, and also what was in fashion last year. So the whole t-shirt look with a skirt incorporated together has been in fashion since last year, so it works this year as well. What I didn't like is the white satin skirts, and I think it's because I don't think that type of white would suit my skin tone. I love the lace at the front of the t-shirt. I think it's beautiful, but I just don't think this would complement my skin tone. That's the only reason why I didn't get this. And I also thought this wasn't really unique. We've seen it before, we've seen other shops do it during last year, so it's not really a unique piece to pick up. The satin cape dress is one of my favorite dresses on their website. I really love this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just love how the cape is designed. I also love the fact that one arm is left open. She has a few items like this similar on her website. It just comes in more colors. Now, again, this is something you can find cheap on the other website, 100%. If you want to experience the Stella McCartney collection, then yes, I would say purchase this. I've seen on so many influencers and it looks beautiful on everyone. I think this will go so well with the white heels that's part of this collection. I think it completes the whole look, and even with the jewelries as well. One thing I like about this collaboration is that you can pick stuff within that collaboration to just make it the perfect outfit altogether. The last item that I'll say that I think I liked it. I'm still on the fence about this item now. It's just a bodysuit. Bodysuits again were in fashion around 2012 on-ish. I love this. What I love about this is the white contrast with the red text as it says Stella. I love that type of bright tomato red. I think it's beautiful. I think this will go so well with the suits that are in this collection, especially the grey suit. I was going to get this and I think it's affordable, but I wasn't sure whether it's something that's wearable with the other items that I have in my wardrobe. So I don't think it's a timeless piece. I can only imagine myself wearing it once with a few things in my wardrobe. And as I've mentioned earlier, trying to shop smart, trying to not just buy things because I like it or it looks nice. I'm making sure that I can imagine it with other items in my wardrobe, and I just don't see myself doing that with this specific item. So that's why I didn't pick it up. So let's get into the conclusion. Overall, I do believe that this collection is a good collection. I do think there are pieces there for everyone. Everyone can find something. If you are into the Stella McCartney brand, I've been quite honest with you guys. I'm not a big Stella McCartney fan. Most people know Stella McCartney for her famous bag, the chain bags. I'm not really a big fan of those bags. What I was a fan of is the platform shoes. I love those platform shoes. I think those shoes came around in 2015 or 16 or 18. I don't really remember. But I loved those platform shoes. I remember I wanted them so badly. I still think she makes them, but now it's just different colors. The one I really wanted was silver, and the platform was kind of a wood material. Loved it, and I still love it, and I think I'll still get it if I had the opportunity to get it. What's really good about this piece is the fact that it focuses on many items that she already has available on her website. I like the fact that it's giving regular people the opportunity to purchase some of her items but at a lower price. One of the biggest thing about this collaboration is extremely sustainable. It focuses on sustainability. I think they have a jacket that apparently is made out of oil. I don't know what sort of oil it is. So with all of that said, there are a few items that I absolutely don't understand why they put on the website. I didn't like any of the bags. I think some of the bags are overpriced. One or two bags are kind of from her collection, so obviously H&M has created a cheaper version, or they've just added their own twist to it, and they've added the chain onto those bags. I don't like it at all. They did have a big tote bag. That would be the only bag that I would say gets my attention, but apart from that, I will have to say no to the bag, which is quite disappointing because she's known for the bags. Also, they incorporated bag charms, and I'm assuming that's because we all know bag charms are in fashion. I just didn't like it. They're like the cherry charm bag. There's a charm that just has her name on it that says Stella in red. Again, I love the red, but don't like it. I think it's overpriced, but I think it's a fun collection. I also am aware that it's for Gen Zs, so I'm not mad at it. And also it sold out, so clearly people bought it. I also didn't really like the cherry collection that was part of the collaboration. If you look at Stella McCartney's clothing, she has incorporated some fruit prints, so I guess they tried to incorporate that in this collection as well. So on the website they have a few raspberry designs, but as part of the H&M collaboration they decided to go for cherry. And I know that cherry is quite popular. The fruit cherry is popular when it comes to clothing. I don't know why. It's cherry and strawberries. Again, this is also for Gen Z, so I'm aware it's not for someone like me. They did create this tube dress. I just didn't like it. I thought it looked a bit cheap in my view. They had a long sleeve top with it as well. Again, wasn't for me at all. I do think even the raspberry one is also bad, but if I had to choose, I'll choose the raspberry one on her website. Now, I love trench coats, and the collaboration also incorporates trench coats, but I can't help but feel like this is a spring collection. Why do they have trench coats? And it makes me question whether this is truly a spring collection or they just dropped it around spring, or maybe they were supposed to drop it earlier. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was just a fun video and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, make sure that you like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me which pieces that you like and if you actually picked up any of the pieces from this collaboration. Thank you, bye bye, see you later.